Hey everybody, this is Cody Hansel of DailyGamingAnalysis.com. Side-scrolling platformers are easily my favorite genre in gaming. From everything to Super Mario World and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, to modern day titles like Rayman Legends and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and Knuckles, I am always excited to find a new instant classic to play. One of my favorite aspects of many of these titles are their ability to convey information to the player in only 2 dimensions. Very limited cutscenes, little to no dialogue, and a fairly restricted space to communicate within. It's utterly astonishing how creative developers and level designers can be when they have to overcome the boundaries of their own mediums. One topic I want to hit on before the meat of this video is just how impressive developers are at teaching and communicating with your players on how you play their games. A classic example is Super Mario Bros. Level 1-1. Probably the single most dissected level in video gaming. I'm just going to hit you with the spark notes real quick and not waste your time. 1. Press start and the game shows you that you have the lives in the middle of the screen. 2. The right side of the screen is open, so you go right with the right button, you big dummy. 3. Oh no, a Goomba! Try to run away. Can't run away? Too bad. Die. 4. I've got 1 less life. That's okay, I've got plenty of those. I can make those mistakes. 5. Goombas Part 2, Revengeance. Press buttons to jump. Boom! Success. 6. Hit glowy blocks now that I can jump, get a mushroom, become a big old poor boy. 7. And so on. Go forth and so until you beat the level, learning how to run, go through pipes, blah 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 blah. Now the fun stuff. Teaching players about your game is all well and good, but in modern day, that's not enough. Controllers have too many buttons nowadays for that to work. But some games like Ori and the Blind Forest or Fez give you the basic controls and new skills, then increase scenario intensity later on so that you can get new challenges and create new interesting scenarios for the player to go through. My favorite games though are the ones that present a fun challenge while telling an interesting story at the same time. Little elements of storytelling showing themselves in the background or foreground to spin a narrative without interrupting the player. Hopping back to Donkey Kong for a second, the Returns games have been some of the best fun I've had of AAA platformers in a long time. Getting crushed over and over again at the time trials is ridiculously exciting, and watching other players basically break the game without breaking the rules of it is amazing. I personally prefer Tropical Freeze, and my favorite part of the game is level 5-3. The Fruity Factory. This entire level is built around the title and it shows. You start by landing on the entrance of the factory and working your way to the barrel that launches you into the assembly line. Starting with a giant mutated watermelon, we follow them to a conveyor belt where they're eventually diced up for processing. From there we get to the drills, tearing into some star fruit, and then huge rows of juicers taking up the bottom of the screen. We then have to run from a giant food processor in a quick gauntlet. Some drills and cactus fruit later, we come into another location that's just ripping into some mutant melon, and then another food processor race. This time dealing with boxes of fruit to destroy, and fruit being sliced up and tossed into the air, creating multiple different platforms to move our way up to the end of the level. This whole island is themed in a similar way around harvesting and creating the ingredients to make fruit pops for the level's final boss, and each level on this island has that same level of detail. To wrap this up, I want to make a few recommendations for games that tell stories in an interesting way, or maybe just have really well done background content. Rayman Origins and Legends and Knuckles, Hollow Knight, Little Nightmares, Braid, Cave Story, Fez, Tesla Axiom Verge, the last few Kirby games, New Super Mario Bros. Series, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Tropical Freeze. Again, it's amazing. Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion, and a ton of other games that aren't just from Nintendo that I can't think of right now. I'm sure they definitely exist. I love platformers. The simplicity in them that anyone can understand and the ease to pick up and play and put down again make them perfect for people that are extremely busy or have a terrible attention span, like myself. Over the years though, I've been more and more drawn into interesting stories and narratives, but with games being able to tell stories in interesting ways while preserving their playability, I can't see a future where these games stop being my favorite and where they stop being a way to relax and still get an interesting story at the end of the day. Thanks for listening to me rant about the objectively best type of video games. Don't forget to check out our website for the latest articles. Here's one again that I liked this week. And check out our social medias for the latest updates and news from the site. If you enjoyed this video, drop us a like and subscribe to the channel to see our future content. I've been Cody Hansel of DailyGamingAnalysis.com. Until next time, have a good day.